as we all know, most bosses, are they kind? Are they uplifting? Do they keep to their word? No. You ain't gonna find love unless you go out there and date some people. Why have you not read it? Just for this cover? Why have you not read it? It's time for Asian Readathon. Oh my god, guys. This is one of my favorite readathons. It's kind of like Blackathon in the sense where it's like you have a whole month to just read as much as humanly possible, and the challenges are pretty basic. It's just reading diversely, reading different from yourself and things like that. I love it. I live for it. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna do a weekly vlog of me reading a bunch of books. My TBR is massive. So ambitious. I've just come to expect that all my TBRs will forever be long, and that is okay. What is very important to me is finding new books that I really, really love. That's what's important. So I'm going to go into my TBR now. Oh yeah, and hi, I'm Jessica Nicole Dickerson, aka Jandy. Welcome back to another video. So I have my TBR here. These are all the physical books that I would like to read. I also have mangas that I want to read that are available through Libby. So let me quickly just show you what I want to read. So I have Zara Hassan is Here by Sabina Khan. I'm already 80 pages into this, so hopefully I can tackle that one real quick. I have this is actually, like some of these books are going to be in my book haul, so I'm kind of spoilering a video of my own. Is that a thing? I don't know. But yeah, I really want to read this, but the problem is I don't have an audiobook for this. And she's thick. She's over 400 pages. So I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this during this week, but I want to start it. Then I have This Time Will Be Different. I have the audiobook for this one. I'm really excited about a girl who, I think her family owns a flower shop and they're selling it to a competitor. And I think there's a romance between her and the competitor. It's gonna be cute. Next we have The Way You Make Me Feel by Maureen Gu. I loved something, what is it called? I gotta find it on my shelf. I don't remember the title. Somewhere Only We Know by Maureen Gu. So cute. It was about two kids. One was a K-pop star and one was paparazzi, and they were in Hong Kong and had like a really whimsical day. So cool. So I'm interested to see what this one is about. Then I have this one. This one is going to be a squeeze because I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to actually read this, but one of the people that I follow booktube channel wise said this needs to be talked about more. This book is great and amazing and it needs to be shouted from the rooftops, so I want to check this out. I'm hopeful. And then I got A Taste for Love by Jennifer Yang. So this one is about a girl who gets tricked into a like food competition to find a guy, which is weird. It sounds weird. It's supposed to be like a Pride and Prejudice retelling, where her mom kind of coerces her into a competition, helping with the competition to find a guy for her. It just sounds really fun, really silly, and I have an audiobook for this. So those are all the physical books. I also have, I think, 4 mangas that I want to read too. We'll see how much I'm actually able to read, because I also, another sneak peek for another video, I will also be reading A Little Life every night, because I'm doing a dedicated video where I'm going to be talking thoroughly like about my thoughts about this, just because I know this is one of those like classic booktube books everyone talks about, and I'm starting a new series where I'm talking about some booktube classic books because your girl literally never reads them. I haven't read The Hunger Games. I haven't read so many popular books. I'm behind. And I don't really want to catch up, but I think when it comes to certain books, like A Little Life, where I'm like, okay, I'll give it a chance. We'll see. I won't judge it just yet, but if it doesn't make me cry, literally gonna be the most disappointed person on the planet. I am being dramatic, but I don't care. What's up? I spent all morning uploading a video, reading 12 books in 2 days, trying to fix my NetGalley score. So go check that out if you haven't and you like reading vlogs. Obviously, go watch this one after this one or something. I don't know. So now I'm on a lunch break and I have my giant bowl of pasta, which is apparently my MO for lunch, because I think I also had a giant bowl of pasta in my last vlog. And I'm gonna watch YouTube videos because I need a little break, and then I sadly have to get back to grinding. I want to upload a video on my Patreon, early access book haul. I want to do that by today. I literally made the longest to-do list because today is going to be that crazy, and I have a list of emails that I need to do. Ooh, child. Yeah. So we're gonna do some social media stuff and be like, haha, uploading on Patreon and editing my YouTube videos and making thumbnails. But yeah, I'm gonna eat first because I'm starving. Pasta is so good. But look how cute my little TBR is. Here's all the physical books I would like to read, question mark. I don't know if I'll be able to do this. And then I'm literally using this trilogy as a tripod, which is just hilarious. This was actually recently sent to me by Quirk Books, I think is the brand. They sent me the whole trilogy, and I got 80 pages into this. Literally 81 pages into this one night, if it'll focus. Such a cute story. I love it. If you love those like Cinderella movies, like the one with Selena Gomez and stuff, Selena Gomez one is the one that is like top tier. You'll love this. It was so much fun. Oh my god, I need to tell you guys about something. 1 second. Don't fall, I'm just grabbing something. I got the most exciting PR. I unboxed it on Instagram. I've been unboxing my PR stuff on Instagram, so you should follow me if you want to be in the know-how. But look, I don't want to like spill out all the little weird crummy things that are inside, but it's gorgeous. And like it came, I've opened it, so that's why it's ugly. They came with all these little sparkly guys, but this is the book. It has a cute little like paper book sleeve, but it's so like, I love it. And look at the back. It says, nightmares hunt like beasts of prey, only vanquished in the light of day. That stuff sounds like the thing you hear in cartoons after a hero has like vanquished their villains. Yeah, only vanquished in the light of day. Cake billow, like, you see that, right? Like, it's just so pretty. And then look at this, look at this. So you open it. Ta-da! Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, I love it so much. I'm literally keeping this. This is so cool. So I am hyped, and I think I'm gonna do like a separate reading vlog where I read this and Redempture, sequel to Ray Bear, you know, stuff, good things, whatever. The first chapter is Forbidden Fruit, and the first sentence is, Baba says only wicked things happen after midnight, but I know better. She does, child. Emails are done, yay. Now on to the editing. I feel like my life is just editing non-stop. It's a little later. I just finished therapy. My face might be a little messed up. I did cry. I always cry during my therapy sessions. Today I learned that my core beliefs are no bueno. They're very negative, like thinking that you're weak, thinking that you're not worthwhile, thinking that I'm gonna live a short life, like bad stuff. And I'm trying to unlearn them. I've noticed these things about myself, and I want to unlearn them. So yeah, working towards that. And I think what I've really been taking away from therapy is having a routine, regulating your like life in general when it comes to waking up, eating right, exercising, and being in the best mindset that you can is helpful. But then it's still like how to practice unlearning the things you've been doing for so long. I don't know how to undo any of that, so it's a slow process. It's a slow process. I'm learning. Guys, we have a change of plans. So this is truly the life of an actor. This weekend I had 2 self-tapes, which are auditions. I filmed them, sent them in, felt good, yada yada. So I'm thinking the rest of the week is free, because you know, you get 1 or 2 a week. Scratch that, because now I have one due tomorrow morning, and then I have an in-person one tomorrow. So now I have 4 self-tapes. I'm really scared. It's my first in-person audition. I haven't had one of those since literally before the pandemic. I'm a little nervous. So you want me to go outside? I feel like Mother Gothel from Tangled. You want to go outside? Okay, y'all, this is probably going to be the last update for today because I really need to hunker down and do my work. But I just got a package in the mail, so I had to share it with you because I know what it is. Oh, so gorgeous. Look at this. Speechless. The artwork, can you? Beautiful. This is Cameron Garrett's second novel. Her debut was Full Disclosure, which was one of my favorite books of, I want to say 2019. Has it been that long since I read it? Damn. But okay. So I just had to buy it because I really love full disclosure. Let's check out the description. Ever since 17-year-old Josie Wright can remember, writing has been her identity, the thing that grounds her when everything else is garbage fire. So when she wins a contest to write a celebrity profile for Deep Focus magazine, she's equal parts excited and scared. Let's check out that first sentence. The first thing is like a text bubble from Josie, the journalist. Help, I forgot how to write. That's so funny. Okay. I've rewritten the same sentence 5 times. I feel like writers are really gonna love this book. Good morning, it's the next day. Well, actually, it's not the next day. It's Thursday. Wednesday, I went to go visit my aunt, and I'm going to tell you all the things I read while at her place, which wasn't as much as I wanted, but that's beside the point. I'd also love to say that I slept well, and I have energy, and I'm so ready to take on this day. But that's a lie. A big fat fucking lie. I'm so tired. Lately I've been struggling with my sleep, which is really weird for me, because I'm one of those people that I hit the pillow and I'm out. See you tomorrow. Bye. Always been like that. And lately I've been having issues just laying in bed thinking and thinking and thinking. So yeah, we're trying to fix that. Okay, but let me get into the books that I read and how a wrench has been thrown into my TBR, and I'm so salty about it, but also kind of excited. First thing I read was a manga, actually, that was available on Libby that broke my soul. I did not expect this to hurt as bad as it did, because yo, it was like Crescent City, where you like get invested in somebody, and like the first chapter, the first like inciting incident by character, I didn't mean to make you fall in love with them, but they're like gone now, decapitated. Rude, but also a really great starting point to a manga, because I was so invested. I was like, how is this girl gonna keep living on after losing someone so close to her? And I was really invested in this book. That first chapter, I thought like, oh, there's gonna be a love triangle. This is gonna be great. This is my vibe, giving me Yona the Dawn feels, and like kind of Red Queen feels, because faking to be royalty and all that stuff, and then having the interest of a knights. It was cute, but then, you know, they ruined it by killing one of them. But I'm now even more invested, and it's really cool to see the other guy kind of take ownership and not like force his way into like making her like him. He's like, we are both in loss, in mourning. We need to figure out how to survive in this world where there's such a massive threat. The political intrigue is crazy. Okay, next thing I started reading was This Time Will Be Different by Misa Sugura. I think that's how you say the author's name. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. First of all, this book is hilarious. It was so funny. So I'm on page 110, chapter 14. Very much enjoying this. So this is a story about a girl who doesn't really know what she wants to do in life. She works at her family's like floral shop, and it's been in their history for a couple generations, and sadly during the internment camps for Japanese American citizens in like, what was it, the 40s, 1940s, they lost their shop to a big corporation. They had to sell their stuff, and they only sold like his house and the business for $1,000, because obviously they couldn't keep property. They were about to be in an internment camp for an undisclosed time. So they ended up selling the shop for only $1,000, and then when they came back, I think about 2-3 years later, they tried to buy it back, and the corporation charged them 20 times as much as they paid. And it took them like 30 years, but they finally bought the shop back, and now they have it. And Hannah, her aunt, and the main girl, whose name is CJ. I know it, I read this book. CJ and Hannah love work at the shop. They but it's not doing well, and the mom, who works for McAllister's, which is a big point of contention because she's, you know, sold herself to the enemy, she wants to sell the shop again, and Hannah and CJ are like, no. But there's also lots of cute romantic things happening. CJ has a crush on a dude who I don't know if he's good for her, and then there's this guy Owen, who is the sweetest thing. He has punny shirts, which already A+ material, man. We love that. That's what I read so far. Oh wait, I have to mention Puchenko. Guess what page I'm on? Guess what page I'm on? You're not guessing low enough. Page 12. So I'm definitely not gonna get through the majority of this book this week like I wanted to, but I am enjoying it. The writing style is fabulous. I've literally been reading one chapter a night and then going to bed. And then you think, Jess, why don't you keep reading it if you're struggling to sleep? Well, the thing is, at a certain point, when you're tired enough, the words start to like not make sense. I'm sitting there going like, who's, what, where? But then when I put the book down and I'm like, okay, it's bedtime, and then I sit there and I'm like, that's why. And then the wrench that was thrown is that I got my audiobook for Permanent Record by Mary H.K. Choi. I have so many books already on my TBR that I really wanted to read this month that I haven't gotten to yet. But I really want to read this one too because I think it's going to be good. Y'all, I'm not even halfway through this book and I'm obsessed. The amount of layers in this, apparently she was pregnant during this book, like the main girl kid who's like a kid was pregnant, and I'm like, are they gonna talk about abortion? Because obviously she don't have a kid no more, so I'm like, oh, that's crazy. This book touches on so many things and it's like no one's talking about it, which makes me so sad. And this was published in like 2019. So it's like that, and being biracial, single mom, she has queer best friends, being an ally. There's so many rich elements to it. It's so good, and I'm only halfway through. And I'm like, no one's talking about it. How dare they? I had to talk about it because I'm just so in love. Hey, it's actually very late, so I'm gonna do a quick update, but I finished. This time will be different. 5 stars. 5 stars. New favorite, say what? Good morning. So it's the next day, and last night I ended up having a movie night with my roommates, and I ordered the most random food, like random. I had a cheesy hot dog, I got a Nutella crepe, and an acai bowl. I really just wanted some food so that way I didn't have to keep cooking because I was burnt out. I was not feeling it. I'm going to eat this delicious acai bowl while I finish up editing my unhaul video. I'm uploading it hopefully in the next 10 to 20 minutes. Yeah, and I'll give you a reading update soon. Oh, look how messy I am. Ooh, gross. I'm so sorry. I did it. She's up. She's gorgeous. Look at my bookshelf. Oh, my bookshelf's so pretty. So it's 10:26 and I finally got my video up. I'm so excited. I just tweeted about it. And my acai bowl is basically slush now, but it was still very yummy. I'm also surprised how many fruits were in this freaking bowl. It's also like, I don't know if you can tell, I don't want to spill it everywhere, but do you see how big this is? Crazy big. The mess is still behind me, just ignore it. So I got dressed. Your girl's wearing jeans, so you know it's gonna be a productive day. It is already 2 p.m. I've spent most of the morning being leisure after uploading my video. I've been chilling, and then I think today I'm going to focus on reading some of those mangas, and then I have Zara Hassan Is Here. I think I've been saying was here, is here. I'm 80 pages into this. I started it during a live stream. I'm 106 pages into this. Wow. I can definitely finish it today. It's a pretty short novel. So far, I'm really enjoying it. It's about a girl who is Muslim American going to school, and she's being bullied by a particular guy, and he can be pretty violent and pretty scary. And there's been an incident, a shooting that happened in the middle of this book that I really was not expecting. It really hit hard. I was just, wow, it was crazy. It's also interesting in this book because the family is really struggling to get a hold of their visa, so they're trying to, you know, do the right thing, lie low, because they're trying to take the legal path, legally be, you know, United States citizens and things like that. But it's hard. It takes a lot of time, and little things like this, so where people are harassing you, could get you in trouble and possibly not allow you to get your visa because of other people's bigotry. It's just crazy. So yeah, I am definitely going to keep reading this. Also, we love a queer main character. She is kind of falling for someone. The romance, it's cute. It's not my favorite. So I'm interested to see how it develops and how I kind of continue to like it as the story progresses. So there's that. I definitely will finish one book today because I can finish a manga for sure. Okay, I have been reading for about 2 hours now, and I finished 2 volumes. let me grab my Kindle. Let me show you what I'm reading. Okay, so I've been reading Love Me, Love Me Not. I finished the second volume. So my thoughts. I like it. It's a little weird because there is, but is it spoilery? I'll check the summary later to see if it's spoilery. There is a like kind of relationship between siblings in the sense of their parents got married and someone has like had unrequited feelings. So that's a little like gross. But like I don't think they're gonna play it out as that being the main romance, which fingers crossed that doesn't happen. But I'm very hopeful for the other two to find love. I love that these two female characters just see love in different ways. One is more like hopeful and like, oh, love is gonna hit you in the face and it's gonna take you off your feet and you don't have to like try and find it. Whereas the other girl's like, you ain't gonna find love unless you go out there and date some people. So it's very funny. So far, so cute. I'm not as obsessed as I was with Prince Pharaoh. That manga took me by storm. I only literally read the first 2 volumes of that, and I really wish there were like 20 volumes out, but there's only 4. And I'm waiting patiently on my Libby account for the next 2, but it's gonna take 4 weeks. So sad. Okay, it is much later. I wasn't reading diligently today, but I finished a book. So I finished 5 books this week. 5? 6. This is my 6th book because I finished, this time will be different, I almost forgot the title, and 4 mangas. And now Zara Hassan is here, which was great. And I have so many mixed feelings because I don't want to spoil it. This story is based off of the author's personal experience about dealing with America's issues of immigration. And it kind of makes me feel a little sad because I'm like, damn, can America get their shit together? God, I hope so. But yeah, it was really good. Again, with the hard-hitting contemporary. So I read a lot about Japanese internment camps and the minority myth and that stuff, and then here I learned a lot about immigration policies and the Muslim community and the backlash and how difficult it is to get a green card even if you come in legally through a visa. To get your visa renewed, you're at the hands of your, boss. And as we all know, most bosses, are they kind? Are they uplifting? Do they keep to their word? No, they're worried about business and policies first. So these people who come in legally to work and provide a service are normally overlooked. But I'm happy that the message kind of during this book was just to keep fighting. I'd love a continuation and see her going into college. I did feel like it was short, but there was a lot that happened. I want you to guess what time it is. It's the next day. And mind you, I wanted to wake up early today to read. Guess what time it is? It is 5:08. If you're thinking AM, you were so wrong. PM. Have I read today? No, I have not. But I'm totally chill with that. Like, I mean, I really do want to kind of finish my TBR, at least, Permanent Record, A Taste for Love, The Way You Make Me Feel. Like, I want to finish those 3, but like, your girl can't wake up and be productive apparently. Like, ever. Period. Full stop. Like, so sad. And yeah, you can't see it right now, but my laptop's here. I'm watching YouTube videos. Probably shouldn't. I also have been really feeling in the mood to write. Don't know why, but when I'm in a low period in my life, I always feel like writing it down, and just like for self-expression and to like clarify my thoughts. So I've also been kind of, while listening to YouTube in the background, been outlining a book idea. I have so many writing projects in my head and I just need to start doing them. I might start doing writing vlogs. I don't think I'm a prolific person. I really struggle with words, which is why I think I put off projects, because literally last night I was just writing like a descriptive, like I was doing an exercise for writing, and it was like a haunted house and you're supposed to like come up with a story and be really descriptive using your 5 senses. yeah, senses while writing, and I literally had words in my head and I just couldn't remember how to spell them, which is like me being dyslexic. I'm like, I know this word, like I say prolific. You asked me to spell it, I think it would take me like a few minutes to like remember how to spell it, which is why writing is such a pain in the butt. What's up? It's the next day, it's Sunday. Yesterday was kind of weird because I just like, besides having like a really chill Saturday, like waking up at 1 p.m, watching like lots of YouTube videos, and then deciding to write, and I wrote like 3 pages and I actually liked them. Weird. It was a weird day, and now I'm like thinking like, oh my god, let's do video content for writing vlogs. And I always think about future projects without like finishing wholeheartedly the projects I'm in the middle of, which is, you know, Asian Readathon this week is all about tackling my TBR. So I think I'm gonna start A Taste for Love, which I'm very excited for. I think it'll be kind of in the same vein as the books I have been reading. Words are so hard. So I'm excited. I think it's gonna talk all about mom issues and things like that, because her mom is trying to get her to date someone, which is just weird. And there's a food cooking competition, and on top of that, it's a Pride and Prejudice retelling. Okay, literally only 20 pages in, and I'm loving it. Now I'm just picking my bookmark. I didn't realize my bookmark collection has gotten so big. Like, wow, this is so random. I always have this one. I end up using this one a lot for contemporaries. Same with this. I think this will work. It's a good day to have a good day. I think it's very cute. I will link the Etsy store below if you'd like to check it out. Okay, I am only 44 pages into this. Loving it, loving it. I think we just met the dude who's supposed to be like the love interest, but kind of like we hate him at first. So excited. But I wanted to come on here because I have 2 packages that I'm so excited to unbox for you. I feel like not a week goes by without me getting some book mail, which is great. But also, god, I need to stop buying books. It's so sexy. Oh, and it's bigger than I thought. Yes! Root magic. So this is by Eden Royce. So I'm so excited for this. This is the Brown Girl Book Club pick, if you don't know. By the time this video goes up, the live show is happening on the last Sunday of May. Definitely check us out. I'm doing it with Jess Owens from Book Community. If you watch her videos, this is one of her favorite books. So I asked her and she's going to be on the live show with me, and I'm really excited. So I wanted to support the author, make sure I got a physical copy. It's another middle grade, and it is Front Desk by Kelly Yang. So I'm definitely diving into the middle grade vibes this year. Wow. I don't know too much about this story, besides the fact that I think it's about a girl who maybe is first generation and her parents own like a hotel thing. I'm very, very excited to read. Okay, y'all, it is time to wrap up the vlog. It has been a fun and interesting week. I felt like I didn't read enough, but I actually read a lot. I finished 7 books this week. So exciting. So the first 4 were mangas. The first one was Love Me, Love Me Not. Did I read 3 volumes of this? Oh shoot, scratch that. I actually read 8 books this week. I read 3 volumes of Love Me, Love Me Not, which I am overall giving 4 stars because I do love the story. It is a little weird that the stem of the story is that 2 people who are now siblings through marriage, so not through blood. The guy had a unrequited love for the girl and he's kind of trying to get over it. But I do love the dynamic of the other love stories. She, the girl who like is related to this guy, like someone else, and she's learning about love, and her idea of love is changing and growing, whereas she used to think you just date people and you figure out when you love them, and then now she's having her first crush and really having feelings towards someone for the first time, which is so adorable. And then the other girl who was all like head in the clouds, like love is gonna be magical and it's just gonna strike you one day, and she's realizing it's not like that. Love is way more complicated. And then I read 2 volumes of Prince Farah, which is like, I need to give it a 5-star. I need to change my Goodreads rating because it was so good. I never cared for a character death this hard. First chapter had me shook. but it is part of the plot, so I'm not spoiling anything. But this girl who's in a small village in a country that's being kind of taken over by a larger looming country. The smaller country, the prince dies, but he just so happens to look like this girl. So to try and remain powerful, this girl cuts her hair and pretends to be this boy. It's very difficult, and I at first thought it was gonna be like a love triangle, but like I actually like that we're not really focusing on the love story too much anymore. We're solely focused on like the politics and how to be a prince, how to hide your own feelings, like dealing with the mourning of a very horrible death. It's been a really fun ride. I definitely think that I'm giving the first volume 5 stars, and then we'll see how the rest flows. The second volume was a 4-star because obviously I'm mad that they killed off my favorite character because that was just rude. Okay, now getting into the books that I read. I managed to read 3 books, and I'm actually pretty proud because I read Zara Hassan Is Here physically. I did start this before the reading video. Like I started this at the beginning of the month. I was 80 pages in, but I did manage to finish the rest of it this week, and I gave this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. It talked a lot about how immigration is hard. I did like kind of bump it down. Like it's not a 5-star, it's not a new favorite, it's a 4-star. Solid story, solid writing. The love story in here wasn't particularly necessary, except for like what it was talking about bi representation. And I also really liked in this story how Muslim parents were painted as really supportive and really caring and loving, because sometimes when you have that religious aspect, like people tend to paint parents in a bad way. So I really love that her family, Zara's family, was so supportive of her being bi, and even though they're Muslim. So it was really cool to see that, because it's out there, and we shouldn't always paint them as being like, you know, not progressive, because there are people out there who are progressive. The conclusion did kind of make me sad, because it kind of felt like there was no hope for the US to fix their immigration system, but it did leave a good message to keep fighting. This book was really shocking, and I would highly recommend it though. It was a great read. Even though it feels short, it hit the feels for sure. Next thing I finished, This Time Will Be Different. This is a 5-star read. I keep thinking about it. It had so much to offer. Basically, I think I've explained the story a lot throughout this vlog, but you know, a family owned a floral shop, and during the Japanese internment camps they had to sell it and fought to get it back, and now they're trying to hold on to it, but it's losing money, and the main girl is like trying to figure out how to keep it while also balancing the realities of racism. She's like very active with her school and realizing that the injustices of what's been happening to her community, and decides to stand up, but then again it kind of interferes with her relationship with her mom, because her mom kind of works for those people who are slightly racist, or at least their ancestors were racist. And it also talked about love, because CJ, the main girl, doesn't believe in love, and in the end it's like she still doesn't really believe in love, but she is open to happiness, which can involve a romantic relationship. This book has so many facets. I literally did not do it justice just now, because it's so good. I'm telling you, it's so good, and I highly recommend this to everyone. Chef's kiss, this cover. Why have you not read it? Just for this cover? Why have you not read it? Which makes me so happy, because like I was just unhauling books the other day, and I'm like, ooh, what if, and then when I bring in new books and I love them so much, it's like these are the kind of books I want on my shelf. Lastly, I finished A Taste for Blood by Jennifer Yang. I enjoyed this book thoroughly. I gave it a 4-star. So their main girl, Liza, her parents own a bakery / restaurant, and they have a cooking bake-off competition every year. This year it's bigger. There's a bigger scholarship and the reward of getting private lessons with Liza. So that kind of pisses her off, that her mom is constantly trying to get her to date an Asian guy. And lo and behold, all the bakers this year are all Asian men who have great credits that her mom approved of. But things go awry when this guy, James, and Ben, who are cousins, come down to Houston, enter the contest, and things get messy. It is a Pride and Prejudice retelling. I thought that aspect was so good. I do think they kind of could have sprinkled in more lies and deceit throughout, but there were some. I will say there were some, but I feel like there was a lot revealed at the end that could have been a little bit more like, not like, it felt like it went like story, and then ooh, this happened, whereas it could have gone like, you know, like gradual. Does that make sense? I don't know, but I still really enjoyed it. I really loved all the baking in this. It was so much fun. Really an enjoyable read. Yeah, and the amount of times I talked about boba and food made me so hungry. I enjoyed it. I loved it. Just heartwarming and very therapeutic. So a 4-star read for me. I highly recommend all the books that I read. The mangas, the physical books, they were all great. I am only a little bit sad that I didn't get to read these guys because I've been wanting to, and I'm like thinking in my head, will I be able to read any of these before the end of the month? We'll have to wait and see. I'm hopeful, but if not, there's always time to read amazing books. Yeah, we'll try again next month. Thank you for watching this vlog. If you made it to the end of this video, make sure to leave down below this emoji so I know you are the real MVP. Thank you, love you so much. And if you want extra content from me, always check out my Patreon. I have exclusive vlogs and tons of videos. I think I have over 30 videos uploaded there, so if you want extra stuff, go check it out. I hope this video gave you a little bit more sunshine, and I will see you in the next one.